Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I'd like to welcome you to the Eaton High School's production class presentation of a Commedia Christmas Carol. Now, I know you don't usually see me before a show, but I thought that tonight's presentation could use a little bit of an introduction. Now, we had hoped that we would be able to have an audience and or stream from this beautiful theater that is behind me. However, as we all know, life in 2020 has proved that that is not a possibility. These kids are amazingly talented though, and I did want to share their talent and this story with you. Now, this isn't a typical Christmas carol. Commedia dell'arte was the first form of improv. In it, they would have masks to distinguish characters. Those characters included those that were on the upper level, or the rich characters, and the lower level, or the poor characters. The upper level are characters like Pantalone, Doctor. Those are portrayed within our script. Scrooge, in fact, is a Pantalone, so he is constantly in a mask. Now, our Zani you will also see, and they would be considered the underclass. Now, those characters will be portrayed as phantoms in this show, kind of like our ghosts that help the other ghost, the main ghost, share their story. The other characters that you'll see, we somewhat kept with the Commedia tradition and somewhat picked what would work for us. No matter what, the story, in any way that it's told, of A Christmas Carol is beautiful and wonderful. And we hope you enjoy our quarantine edition of A Commedia Christmas Carol.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha, bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleigh song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas, a humbug. But look, everyone is so merry and gay this time of year. Isn't it wonderful?
Humbug.
How can you say humbug, Uncle? You don't mean it, do you?
I do. Look at these fools. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right do you have to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
As if that were possible.
It's a brilliant, beautiful Christmas Eve.
Bah. Humbug.
Don't be cross.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
It's time to you, but a time for paying bills without any money. A time to be a year older, but not an hour richer. What is Christmas time to you, but a time for balancing books and having every item in them presented dead against you and put through a round dozen months? Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every fool who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be minced into pie, boiled in his own pudding, and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. He should.
Uncle!
Nephew, Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Then let me leave it alone then. Much good it has done you. Much good it will ever do you.
There are many things from which I have derived good, by which I have not profited. I dare say Christmas among the rest. But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time when it has come around as a good time, a kind, forgivable, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the entire calendar year when men and women of people seen by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people below them as if they were really fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys, and therefore, uncle, therefore, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe Christmas has done me good, and will do me good. I dare say, God bless Christmas.
Let me hear another sound from you, Cratchit, and you can celebrate Christmas year-round without a job to distract you. And you, sir, you're quite the skilled orator. It's a surprise you haven't joined Parliament. They work nearly as little as you.
Don't be angry, uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Dine with you?
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
For Christmas dinner?
Why, yes.
Oh, I'll see you.
You will?
I'll see you.
Jolly good.
I'll see you in
Oh.
first.
There's no need to be vulgar. We are family. The only family either of us has left, sorry to say. Claire and I would so enjoy having more time with you.
Clara. Yes, tell me, why did you ever get married?
Because I fell in love.
Love. Love is probably the only thing in this world more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. And now I must bid you good afternoon, nephew.
Nay, uncle, I'll not leave until you agree.
Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can we not be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, with all my heart, to find you resolute.
Good afternoon.
We have never had any quarrel to which I have been a party, but I have made in-trial homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
I said good afternoon.
Well, he's in good spirits at least.
There's another fellow, my office clerk, with 15 shillings a week, a wife and a family, talking about a Merry Christmas. It's a wonder I've kept my wits about me at all, the world gone mad as it has. Close the door, Cratchit. It's cold out.
Here we are.
Very well.
Wait, where are we?
Why, where you said?
Did I?
Yes, Scrooge and Marley's, if I'm not mistaken.
Gentlemen,
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
sirs,
Indeed.
No doubt.
And who do we have the pleasure of addressing? Mr. Scrooge?
Or Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead these past 7 years.
Well, he looks well enough to me.
That would be my office clerk, and he has enough distractions as it is.
Still mourning the death of Marley, I assume.
Poor Marley.
I didn't even know he was sick.
If you'll excuse me, I have work enough to do without you. diminishing Marley's name on the anniversary of his passing.
The anniversary
You mean
died on Christmas.
7 years ago?
7 years tonight?
Tonight? Christmas Eve?
Poor dead Marley.
You fools speak more nonsense than the exposition of a play, which I haven't time for. I have business to attend to. So if you be men of business, then I suggest you get to it.
Ah, yes. Well, our business,
Mankind's business?
yes, the business of mankind, you see, requires at this time,
At this very time,
this special time,
this Yuletide time,
this festive time,
this Christmas time,
this joyous time.
joy to the world.
At present time, I haven't any time to spare. Now, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I believe it is high time that you were leaving.
But Mr. Scrooge,
Yes.
on this day, above all others,
Above every other.
at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present hour. Many thousands are in want of common necessities, many hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts.
And
And
so,
So,
we're collecting money.
not from me.
But Mr. Scrooge,
Yes.
it's Christmas.
Humbug.
Christmas, a humbug. Carry the one.
You say that many are in want.
Grave want.
so grave.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
Prisons galore.
Are there too few workhouses?
Too many.
Far too many.
Are the poor laws still in effect?
Sad to say they are.
I wish they could say they were not.
Oh, thank goodness. From what you were saying, I was afraid that something had stopped them in their useful course. Now, gentlemen, if you excuse me, it is time to bid you a good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Under the impression that the poorhouses scarcely furnish Christian cheer, we are endeavoring to raise a fund
To raise a fund
to buy the poor some meat
and drink.
and means of warmth.
That's what we're endeavoring.
What now? Give to charity on your own time. Back to work, Cratchit.
Very generous, good man.
And what shall we put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. Since you asked me what I wish, gentlemen, that is what I wish. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make merry lazy people either. I pay my taxes to my jargon,
I'll say.
and to anyone who finds himself without a job and with no means to support his burdensome children can drag the whole lot to the poorhouses that my taxes so generously fund. That is my charity, and costly enough as it is. Those who you say are so badly off can go and seek refuge there.
Many can't go there.
And many would rather die.
If they would rather die, then let them get on with it and decrease the surplus population. It's none of my business. It's enough that a man mind his own business without intruding upon another's. Mine occupies me constantly.
The ledger.
What?
He's got the ledger.
What?
What?
Look out, it's the ledger.
Good afternoon.
It's okay. We'll just call again.
I said, good afternoon. Is it too much to ask that a man be able to work without bombardment on every side? I have done nothing to them, and yet they refuse to leave me alone. Good afternoon. Cratchit,
He dropped his...
close the door, Cratchit.
Do you think you'll miss it?
Back to work.
Yes, sir, of course. Do you think it might brighten up the place if I... Right, sir. Just finishing up for the day.
Are you?
Unless you needed something else.
Only my solitude.
Right. In that case, perhaps I wouldn't mind finishing up this work here.
You want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop so much as half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. But you don't think of me ill-used for paying you a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December.
We've got it in the budget.
But I suppose you must have all day tomorrow. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You won't regret it, sir. It's very kind.
I regret it already.
You can count on me, sir. I'm your man, and I always have been. I'll work extra hard on the 26th, and I will. Extra hard. You can count on it.
Good evening, Cratchit.
Did you want to hold on to this read?
I said good night! A proper day's work tomorrow wasted in the name of Merry Christmas. Tell me, what is so special about tomorrow?
It's Christmas.
Is it? Really? I didn't know. Oh, but do tell me, what makes Christmas different from any other night in London? Any other day in the world? Nothing. Nothing at all. So just sit there in the dark with your jaws agape and waste away your evening like my clerk. You'll see nothing special. Nothing unusual at all. No. Nothing unusual. Money, 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 money. Who are you?
Scrooge.
Why are you in my house? There's no money here. Go and rob somebody else.
Ebenezer.
Yes?
Do you not recognize me?
Recognize you? Oh, absolutely. I haven't a clue who that is.
You don't recognize me. You don't.
I do. Of course I do. Not.
What's my name?
Oh, you know. We met at the thing.
Don't you recall how we used to dine together?
No, that's not ringing a bell. I'm sorry.
The money we made?
That does sound quite pleasant.
The times we spent in our office?
No.
Scrooge and...
Marley! Yes, that's who you remind me of. My dear old friend Marley. Well, in a certain light, you're a little rougher around the edges.
I've let myself go a bit.
You're like a shadow of Marley.
Exactly.
A shade of Marley.
Precisely.
You're like the ghost of Marley.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, so you're saying Dr. Marley? Is it really you? How can it be? You've been dead for 7 years. How can you be here? If that's who you really are.
That's who I was.
What?
In the past tense.
I'm becoming tense.
Not who I am in the present tense.
I am presently tense.
Give me your attention.
I have a lot of tension.
It is my intention.
He has an intention. Great, this is getting intense.
Scrooge, do you doubt my existence?
I think you're here on a pretense.
No, I bring news on portents.
The poor don't need tents. They have houses. Poor houses. We've been over this.
You have much to learn. Tonight you will be visited by 3 portents. The ghost of Christmas past, present, and future.
Why? That's portents in all the tenses.
Your time is short. I've been watching you.
When?
All the time, for example.
Wait, you were there when...
And when you went.
Oh, and were you there when I...
And when you tried.
Oh, that is not an agreeable thought. Oh.
I've missed being your friend.
You are my friend, right?
I was.
You what?
In the past tense.
I thought we were past all the tenses.
I suppose one of us is.
Look, I appreciate the visit, but you needn't have gone through all the trouble.
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death.
That sounds quite difficult.
It is doomed to wander, doomed to witness the happiness it cannot share but might have shared on earth, doomed to look upon the suffering it cannot help but might have helped in life.
You probably would be more happy if you weren't dragging around those heavy chains.
Oh, captive bound and double ironed.
That's creepy, too.
I wear the chain I forged in life.
Why? Why would you do that?
I made it link by link and yard by yard.
That's an odd thing to do.
I girded it on my own free will, and with my own free will I wore it.
Strange.
My own actions.
Huh?
It's a metaphor.
Jacob, this is no way to behave. Breaking into people's houses, walking around with your flesh falling off, and speaking in metaphors. Used to be such a reliable man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business.
Banking was your business.
Charity.
Usury.
Mercy.
Interest.
Forbearance.
Foreclosure.
Benevolence.
Profit margins.
Were all my businesses.
You've changed.
Would you know the weight of the chain you bear yourself? It was as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored it on since. It is a ponderous chain.
Where?
It's another metaphor.
Whatever you say.
Hear me, Scrooge. I have sat invisible beside you many and many a day.
So you're telling me you saw it when I...
Yes, even then.
No. And even when I went to that
And
one...
two,
What about when I
all the time.
Not agreeable. Not even when...
Not even then. Listen, for there still remains a hope of escaping my fate.
That's good news.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
That's not such good news.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second the next day at the same hour.
Couldn't I take them all in one night?
The third, the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate.
I'm merely saying that I will not pay for 3 separate house calls.
Look to see me no more. And look that, for your own sake, you remember what has passed between us. I must go.
All right, I'll leave you to it then.
I must go.
Oh, do lock up on your way out.
I must go.
Thank you, Jacob, for your visit.
You're not alone, Scrooge.
Ah, 1 o'clock. Yes, of course, it's 2. Past that, rather. Yes, it was 2 when I finally slept. Wasn't easy to drift off, you know. Not after last night's, how to put it, peculiarities. What's that then? 8 or 9? Still going. Why, it must be morning then. But where's the sun? No more bells, eh? Reached their limit. I must say I have too. But what time is it? 10? 11? 12? Does anyone know?
It's 12.
Is it? Really? Was it? Did you count? No, I didn't think so. You're just trying to impress all these people who are watching. Look at me, I can answer Scrooge's question. Whatever. You weren't paying attention. Stop lying. It's so dark out. It's almost as if the world has come to its predestined end. Bit of an anticlimax, if you ask me. You know, what with the events of the last night or 2. So dark out. I wonder if I've lost my mind. If I have, I must reclaim it, like a bad loan welched by the other party. After all, I am a specialist in recovery. Yes. Recovery. But for now, I'm here in my room with the door locked and sealed, with my bed and my bedclothes and my pillow. What could be more normal? But it's so dark out. Unless, of course, it's still nighttime. I must have slept the whole day through. Think of all my uncollected debts. Inadvertent amnesty. Something to be remedied for tomorrow. Are you the one I'm expecting? My spirit visitor? I mean, who could have expected this? Have you a name, my boy?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past.
You know, your head's on fire. Perhaps you ought to cover it.
What? Would you so soon with your tiny baby sausage hands put out the light I give? Is it not enough that you are one of those whose passion made this cap, and forced me through whole trains of years to wear it low upon my brow?
First of all, these are not tiny little baby hands. Second of all, I have no knowledge of having ever bonneted anyone in my life. But you know, having a candle burn throughout the night is such a waste of resources. Snuff it out and save it up, why don't you?
Not all riches grow through hoarding. What's past is past. It is lost through what you call saving.
This chat is going no better than my chat with Marley. Listen, my boy.
I am not a boy.
Whoever, whatever you are, it isn't any of my business. Now, if you excuse me, I've finally prepared for bed, but your light has startled me awake. What is your purpose here?
Your welfare.
A good night's sleep would do me well.
Shh. Be still and look. Do you know this place?
Know this place? Of course. I was bred here. I was born and raised here. I was a boy here. Look, it's old Silas and his old cart with the square wheels. He's never learned how to drive.
Yes, many have failed to learn. What's done is done. He should really learn that circle wheels are better.
Yeah. Man, I haven't thought of this place in so long.
Your lip is trembling. And what's that upon your cheek?
Oh, nothing. A little bit of dust flew in my eye. Never properly maintained this road.
Do you recollect the way?
Of course. I could walk it blindfolded. Ugh.
Tripped on your shoe, did you?
Yeah. Why, look, it's the widow Barker and Mrs. Thames. Good evening, ladies.
These are but shadows of things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
Oh.
Do you recognize this place?
Of course. My old boarding school.
And do you recognize this?
Oh, dear.
So you haven't forgotten him.
Forgotten him? How could I? He is me. But he's got red hair.
And a long nose. No one will recognize you now.
Well, I have grown.
You've changed.
Haven't we all?
Not all of us.
This boarding school. So many holidays I spent here.
The other boys have all gone home.
Home, yes. Home to families. I wish, but it's too late now.
What is the matter?
There were some children outside my door yesterday. I wish I had been kinder to them. But I wish not to think on these uncomfortable things. That's no way for a boy to spend his Christmas, so cold and lonely.
What is time? Christmas. But a time for paying bills without any money. A time for finding oneself a year older but not an hour richer. A time for balancing one's books and having every item in them presented dead against oneself.
Well, you know, it sounds bad when you say it.
Of course it does. But what does he think?
He's busy enough. He has his books. He has his studies. What more could a boy want?
Friends, perhaps. But don't forget your
Friends.
sister.
I have friends. Excuse you. What did you just say?
Don't forget about your sister, silly.
Fan? My dear Fan!
Do you remember this Christmas?
Of course. This is the year that she came and visited me. Oh, how much it meant to see her.
You must miss her an awful lot.
Yes. A terrible thing to happen to a young lady.
Or to her child.
I suppose.
He's all that is left of her now. Do you know him?
Why do you ask me this? Of course I know him. My nephew Fred. He came to visit me just today.
The present is not my purview.
I'm growing less fond of your past.
But they are happy.
Yes. Fan, no, don't go. Fan.
They must have their Christmas now, and we shall see another.
Hey.
Why, it's my old master, old Fezziwig.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, and look, it's Mother Fezziwig too.
And there you are.
Ugh, I am still ugly. Ugh.
You haven't really changed.
Excuse me.
Oh, Ebenezer, work will wait for tomorrow. Come, enjoy yourself today.
Unlike you, Phantom, he was such a kind person, such a gracious employer.
His business must have suffered for it.
On the contrary, he ran a thriving shop. I dare say no one left without a smile.
Ebenezer, come. Everyone, grab a partner.
Oh, they're gonna do the Gabio. I haven't thought of this dance in so long.
Do you remember how?
I don't know. I haven't had use of dancing in a while.
No one to dance with, I suspect.
Hush you. Enjoy the party. Oh, all right. And kick. Everybody grab a partner.
So you haven't forgotten.
Well, I suppose one never truly forgets.
That's how you do it. Now, everyone.
Oh, look, it's Belle.
You haven't forgotten her either.
Of course not. Oh, That was quite forward of her.
Just you wait.
You no longer love me. Another idol has displaced me, a golden one. And if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I have tried to do, then I have no cause to grieve.
Oh, Belle. She never understood the even-handed dealings of the world. She never understood that there's nothing so hard as poverty, and nothing that the world condemns more than the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, until the master passion, gain, engrosses you. Have I not?
Say something, man. She'll leave you if you don't.
Our contract of marriage was made when we were poor and content to be so. But you are changed. When we first met, you were another man.
I was a boy. What did I know? Only hard work.
Your own feeling tells you that you are not what you once were. I still am. How often and how keenly I have thought of this, I will not say. It is enough that I have thought of it and can release you.
Release me? No. Boy, speak up. Speak up. Now is your chance. Say something.
If this contract of marriage had never been between us, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
I would.
You would not, and I release you.
No. Well, think otherwise.
Heaven knows I would gladly think otherwise. When I have learned a truth like this, I know how strong and irresistible it must be. Can even I believe that you would choose a dowerless girl? You who weigh everything by gain?
I would. I would if I could.
You would not, and I release you.
Say something, boy. Anything. Speak.
With a full heart, for the love of him you once were, I release you.
Grab her. Say something. Say anything, boy. Tell her that the problems in the world don't amount to a mountain of beans. Tell her that you love her, that you want to spend the rest of your life with her, and that when you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you can't wait for the rest of your life to start. Tell her you had me at hello. Boy, say something. Anything. Say as you wish. Why won't he speak?
These are events of the past. They cannot be changed now. What's done is done.
May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
No, Belle. That was the last time I ever saw her.
Did you wonder about her?
Yes, of course I did.
Yet you did nothing to go after her.
No. Spirit, why do you show me this? Release me. Take me back.
I told you, these are shadows of things that have been. You had a choice. You always had a choice at the time you were presented. Yet you chose to let that beautiful creature go. These are events that you have chosen. These are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Take me back. Release me.
No.
I can bear it no longer. No longer. Extinguish your light. Put out your light.
No.
Give me that. Stop her.
Not my light.
Put it out.
You gotta catch me.
Fine. Bang. Money, 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 Michael, money, 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 money.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, you know how to make an entrance.
Come in and get to know me better, man.
On request in my own home.
Come in and get to know me better, man.
These ghosts are relentless.
Come in
and redundant.
And get to know me better, man.
What's this? Well, now these phantoms are decorating my house. Careful with that, that's an antique.
You have never seen the like of me before.
No, not really. You're quite unique.
Have you never walked forth with my brothers?
No, I can't say that I have. Have you many brothers?
More than 1,800.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
We have never wanted for anything, for want amounts from the guilt of the past, or fear of the future, but in the present.
Yes, I believe I see where this is going.
You see nothing, my friend, for you refuse to look.
Well then, spirit, conduct me as you will. Last night I went under compulsion. Tonight I shall go on my own free will.
Come in, children. A Merry Christmas it will be, and everything has got to be just right. Now your father and little Tim will be home shortly, so get a move on.
My, what a family. I've never seen such fun and work. What will they have for dinner? A stuffed pig, roasted turkey, oh, perhaps a chicken as big as a boy.
Well done, children. A table fit for a feast.
Oh, people go to such excess over Christmas.
I just wish we had food to put on it.
What? You're saying Christmas? Without dinner? Then why are they so cheerful?
I share my joy with all on Christmas, but with the poor the most.
Why with the poor the most?
Because they need it most.
Redistribution of mirth.
Come here, Belinda. You want to look your best tonight. Martha, mind the twins, and look, they aren't smudged. Your father will be home shortly.
Who are they? What man could care for so many children?
Don't you know?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Why, it's Cratchit.
Look who I found. It's Tiny Tim. Say hello to me.
Welcome home, dear. And how was church?
Beautiful, beautiful, and all the better with our boy there. I do say everyone has cheer at Christmas, but no one can gladden a soul as much as our Tiny Tim.
I had fun. Church was beautiful. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Tim, it was beautiful, and a Merry Christmas indeed.
You mean the child is...
Now, come on, everyone. Line up and greet your pop. My dear Martha, my favorite. Who are you? Are you mine? Of course you are, Belinda. And the twins. Come here. Enough love for each, one on each arm.
And don't forget...
They just keep coming.
Come here, dear.
Merry Christmas from the Cratchits, a lovely family for a lovely Christmas dinner. But where's the food?
He's in for quite the disappointment.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
No food on Christmas.
It's a fly.
It's food.
I've spotted our Christmas goose.
Roasted horsefly is a Cratchit family delicacy.
Quick, everyone, catch that fly.
A horsefly? In London, in the middle of winter? Are you kidding me?
It is required of every man at Christmas that he suspend his disbelief.
That sounds like a cop-out.
fly. Oh, it's a plump horsefly indeed. Who wants dinner?
You've got to be kidding me, right?
Wait.
A horsefly? For dinner? Surely they must have something else.
Before we go any further, let us give thanks and say prayer for Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our feast.
I didn't see him catch the fly.
No, but without my job, we couldn't pay for Tiny Tim's cane, and then where would we be? And how many flies would we kill without that? None. And then I'll hear nothing bad of Mr. Scrooge. His prosperity flows down to all of us.
Trickles down is more like it.
Let's not get political here.
To Mr. Scrooge, then, and may God bless him.
God bless us, everyone.
Yes, Tim, God bless us, everyone. God bless every one of you little Cratchits. God bless you and you and you.
Well, come on, everyone. Come get some horsefly. It's plump and juicy and all dark meat. Gather round, children. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Gather around, gather around.
That was quite the transformation.
Sometimes I amaze even myself.
Where are we?
Do you not know this party either?
Listen, I don't get out very much. Wait, there's my nephew, Fred. So, she must be...
Your niece.
If that's what you want to call her.
Topper, my lad, so good to see you. And oh my, it's Claire's family. Granny and Gramps. And here's your sister, too.
I don't suppose your uncle will be coming?
I don't suppose we will, but we've joy enough here to content us all. Come, let's dance.
Were you not invited?
You know very well I was.
I had a hunch.
But I've better things to do than go dancing around in circles with young people.
Yes, 'cause it's much better to go about traipsing with ghosts.
That wasn't my idea. But it would have been a nice party.
Everyone, gather round. I have a new game to play. Okay, you all have 20 tries to guess whom I enact. Ready?
I shall excel at a guessing game.
Are you ready? Okay.
Is it an animal? A vegetable? Oh, a mineral.
Oh, is it an animal?
Yeah, I said that already.
Oh my, it's a rather disagreeable animal.
Yes, a vicious animal.
Is it a savage animal?
I said that. Quit wasting our guesses.
Oh yes, it's an animal that growls and grunts. Is it a lion?
A dragon.
A gorilla?
A wild boar.
Or a bull? A bull?
I should not like to meet this animal, whatever it is.
Oh my, is it in fact a person?
A savage person, no doubt. Barbarian. Aboriginal. Ottoman. Zulu.
A person we might not meet in London then. Is it someone in London?
There are no Zulu in London.
Is it a beastly Londoner?
I know this man. He looks familiar. Wait.
Oh my, it's not a relation of mine, I hope.
Yes, it's your Uncle Scrooge!
I see how it is then.
I dare say that is not very kind.
Nor is it dishonest.
No, not indeed. Well, wherever he is.
Right here, you lout.
Well, wish him well and drink his health. He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to Uncle Scrooge.
Hear, hear.
He is a good nephew. I should like to have been a better uncle for him.
No time like the present.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I might have enjoyed that party.
Every household, far and wide, enjoys Christmas tonight.
Yes, even Cratchit and his family with their poultry dinner. What is to be done about such poverty?
Are there no prisons?
Well, there are.
Are there too few workhouses?
Now, I see where you're going with this, but...
Are the poor laws still in effect?
These ghosts take dictation on everything.
Then they shall run their useful course.
But what about poor Tiny Tim? What is to happen to him?
Unfortunately, this is beyond my jurisdiction. However, for me, I shall enjoy this Christmas as if it were my last.
Yes. May it be a merry one then.
No doubt.
But, as it is, I will sit this one out. I'm worn out from these visitations, and I must go to bed if I am to meet another tomorrow. Christmas past and present have shown me so much warmth and light, then I cannot wait to see what the future may hold. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Huh. Fred, Clara. Really, really, really long noses. I suppose it will be midnight again, of course, and then the fastest hour known to man until 1 o'clock, when my guest arrives. It appears the future has come early. Am I in the presence of ghost of Christmas yet to come? I fear you more than any spectre I have yet seen. But the night is young, and time is precious to me, I know. So show me what it is that you wish to teach me. Show me what I must see. What's this?
Have you heard the news?
Oh no. What news?
Can't imagine the world without him.
Who's him?
Far better than the world was with him.
It's me, isn't it?
True enough, but I never thought it'd happen.
Is it me?
Dead after all these years.
It is me, isn't it? No. Can it be?
How'd it happen?
Yes, I should like to know.
Who's to say?
He is gone.
Gone?
Gone indeed.
When did it happen?
Yes, I should like to know.
Last night, I believe.
Last night? Which night? How long do I have?
I thought he'd never die.
We all die, you idiots.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
Dead as a doornail.
Mind you, I don't know what's particularly dead about a doornail.
Should be dead as a coffin now.
What is this digression?
That'd be better. Surely a coffin nail is deader than a doornail.
What?
But that's not the expression.
Not the expression?
Dead as a doornail then.
What the Dickens are they talking about? I am dying here.
It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anybody who would go to it.
Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
Well, I have some friends at last then.
I don't mind going if a lunch is provided, but I must be fed if I make one.
Greedy lout, come and mourn me.
When I come to think of it, I'm not all sure that I wasn't his most particular friend.
I don't even know who that person is.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye? Bye-bye? How can you be so flip? I am dead and no one cares. Phantom, show me something else. What happens? Am I dead and no one cares? Is it me they speak of? I already know it is. Who couldn't have seen this coming? I mean, really. But how do I go?
What odds, then? What odds, Miss Dilber?
They're in my room. I'm dead and they are in my room.
Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did.
They're stealing my bedclothes.
That's true indeed. No man more so.
Come now, that's not right. Those sheets aren't even cold yet.
Why, wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he'd been, he'd have somebody to look after him, instead of lying there, gasping out his last, all alone by himself.
Died alone? Oh my.
It's the truest word that ever was spoke. It's a judgment on him.
Judgment?
I wish it was a little heavier judgment than it should have been.
That is no way to talk about the dead. And now you're even stealing my bed. Spirit, don't torment me with this. Show me someone, anyone who cares that I have died, if indeed it is me. And no one who feels some emotion, some tenderness over death. Yes. Good. Look. They are mourning. They must know me. They must care.
Was it good or bad?
Bad, I suppose.
Bad. I am dead.
Are we quite ruined?
We?
No, for there's hope for us yet.
Well, that's good.
For he is dead.
What?
Then we're freed of our debt to him.
Wait, what?
We may sleep with our hearts light tonight.
Oh, dreadful, dreadful spirit, just dreadful. I know now that I'm dead, that no one cares. My possessions will be pilfered, and those who knew me will laugh. To see the world without me. Death, you are too cruel. You are terrible, quite terrible indeed. Is the world so unfeeling to mock at death? Does no one feel its pain? What? There's Cratchit again. Does he mourn for my death? They're terribly consumed by... Oh, no. No. Not sweet, dear Tiny Tim. Poor Tiny Tim. And here I was worried about myself. course no one cares about a wretched fool like me, but a sweet, innocent child. Spirit, is this what must happen, or only what may? May Tiny Tim be spared. What can be done? Spirit, where am I? Am I at the cemetery again? Why show me this if I am past all hope? That tombstone there. Is it mine? Oh, I dare say it isn't. Is it? I cannot bear to look upon my own grave. Tell me that I may be spared. No. Spirit, no. No. Spare me. Hear me. I am not the man that I was. I am not the man that I was. Spirit! No. Spirit, hear me. I'm not the man I was. Morning. Morning time at last. Wait. I'm not dead. No. Not quite. No. Quite not. In fact, I'm alive, and I'm here in the comfort of my bed, with my walls and my door locked and sealed just as I left it. Everything is in its place. My pillow. Nothing has changed. Nothing. No. Everything has changed, in fact. I have changed. Oh, I will not forget the spirits of Christmas. They will strive in me always. The flame of the past, the joy of the present, and, well, the future was a little creepy. I'm gonna avoid that one. Huh. But how long have I slept? What day is today? I know. I shall undertake some reconnaissance. You there! You there! What day is it?
Christmas.
It's still Christmas?
Yes.
Stay right there. I would like to buy your wreath. I'll pay you double for it since I'm asking you to work on Christmas.
Okay.
Here you go. Such a magnificent wreath. The best I've ever seen. Not really, but... You there, boy. Nice. Boy, tell me, do you know the poulterers around the corner?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you know if they still have the prize chicken? The one as big as a boy.
As big as...
Yeah, the one as big as you. Smart boy, intelligent boy. Take this money and go and buy that chicken and have them deliver it to Bob Cratchit's house. And here, keep this for yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go on. Oh, before I can go to the Cratchits, I have business that I need to attend to. But these night clothes have seen enough adventure for one evening. I must dress much more formal.
Oh, I do love Christmas morning. Only I am sad to wait another 364 days for it to come around again.
Well, it's not gone yet, so have a Merry Christmas while you can.
Well, we all can.
Here, here.
Who is joining us for dinner today? Your sister, I assume?
Yes, and that friend of yours, Topper, who's got an eye for her.
Does he now?
He isn't discreet. You can't tell. Oh, he's something when it comes to wanting subtly.
Well, why be subtle about love?
Is your uncle joining us, I assume?
No, despite my best intentions, he said that Christmas was a humbug. And as he believed it, and he believed it too.
Well, more shame for him then.
I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims but himself. Here, he takes it into his head to dislike us, and he won't come and dine with us.
Won't he?
Uncle!
Mr. Scrooge!
Nephew, niece, a Merry Christmas to you both. I hope I'm not overstepping. Does your invitation still stand?
Of course, always.
In that case, I should very much like to welcome Clara into our family, and to spend this day with my dear sister's son.
Wow.
You have her spirit and her goodness. I'm sorry to have been a stranger.
Well, be one no more then. Come in and join us.
Thank you. I shall return for this and many Christmases more. But if I might try your patience for a little while longer, I have business to attend to.
Ah, yes, business as usual.
No, not as usual.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Come on, children, gather round. Martha, mind the twins, and look they don't make trouble. And Peter, where's Peter? Run off already? Oh, well, breakfast is ready. I found a nice juicy flea on Belinda's head this morning. It'll make for the perfect sausage. Peter, Belinda, tell Peter to come inside for breakfast. He can go play in the snow later.
Oh, let him play. If a boy can be lax on any day, I should think it would be on Christmas.
And if a clerk can be lax on any day, I suppose you think it can be on Christmas as well.
Mr. Scrooge?
Cratchit, you were not at work today.
No, sir. I thought you...
You've thought a great deal of things that are incorrect, I presume. What have you thought?
Nothing much.
You haven't the Christian charity to think about your fellow man?
Well, sir, I hope we all have that.
So you have thought of me.
I'm not sure there's a right answer here.
Well?
Not that you deserve it, but he offers prayers for you daily and thanks for the pittance you pay.
Darling.
No, I will not stand by any further. I will speak to the man who has you slave night and day in the cold for no pay and no respect, who buys out the hours of your life and runs them out with little return on their God-given worth, who treats you like a work mule and comes into this house and doesn't treat you like the father, the husband, and the decent man you are. Mr. Scrooge.
Madam.
Oh, no.
I admire you for saying your piece, but now will you let me say mine?
I most certainly will.
She says she most certainly will.
Whatever you may have thought of me in the past, things have changed, and will change, I warrant. And so, Cratchit, to a man who spends his Christmas away from the office and with the family that he loves, well, it is high time that you get what you deserve. A Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry Christmas.
That chicken's as big as a boy.
It's your Christmas bonus, Bob. For you and the whole family, and not the last one to come. You have earned it. That and much more. But don't let me catch you sulking in late to work tomorrow.
Oh, no,
In fact, don't let me catch you coming into work at all. Take the whole day off.
Mr. Scrooge, thank you.
It is I who should thank you.
Mr. Scrooge, I must apologize.
No, it is I who must apologize to you. To all of you. Mrs. Cratchit, Bob, Martha, Peter, the twins, and sweet, dear Tiny Tim. I've been no party to the cheer that you all deserve, but I hope that you will accept this gift as a small token of my penance. It is something that I believe all children should have.
A ball. I was hoping it would be a college education.
One thing at a time.
Don't go far, children.
Dear.
Oh, all right. Run along and make yourselves merry. But remember, we've got a real feast preparing for later.
Mr. Scrooge,
Oh, hello.
would you like to stay and eat with us?
Well,
What's going on in here? I'm so sorry, sir. He's not making trouble, I hope.
no, not at all. But,
I want him to stay and eat with us.
Tiny Tim, he is the boss and he has work. He must leave.
well,
I want him to stay.
I mean,
Begging your pardon, sir. He takes after his mother.
Bob!
Sorry, dear. He asked if you would stay and eat with us, but I told him you were far too busy with other business to tend to.
well,
I want him to stay.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt if I stayed for a little while.
We'd be
Please?
honored.
Our door is always open.
I'm sure that it is. Tonight I shall have 2 Christmas dinners. I have many to make up for.
A Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
God bless us.
Yes, Tim. God bless us.
Merry Christmas.
God bless us, everyone.